I teach economics at Shaheed Bhagat Singh College. I welcome you all to the first event of the enabling unit of our college for this academic session 2025-26. And we couldn't think of a better event than this one that, of course, is about the right to education of the visually impaired, but also at large for those who wish to share their works through publications and those who wish to read them. We've gathered today to celebrate inclusion and to learn about a certain technological development that enables us to take one step further towards it. Today, we shall learn about the Sharada-Braille-Writer, which is a Perkins-style six-key Braille input text editor, which uses six keys in our standard keyboards and allows both Braille and regular typing, along with support for contractions and custom abbreviations in any language. The relevance of this innovation and its essence is captured in the words of Helen Keller in her book, The World I Live In. Ideas make the world we live in, and impressions furnish ideas. My world is built of touch sensations, devoid of physical color and sound, but without color and sound, it breathes and throbs with life. On behalf of the enabling unit and the internal quality assurance cell of our college, I welcome our esteemed resource persons from Zendalona, who very kindly and readily agreed to participate in this event and inform us about the Sharada-Braille-Writer and also about some other accessibility related software applications and operating systems that are developed and distributed by Zendalona. I request everyone to please keep their microphones off during the proceedings. If there are any queries or comments, please write them in the chat box or share your interventions in the Q&A part of this event towards the end. First of all, following the university tradition, I request Ms. Ritam Gupta to please play the university Kulgi.
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य जय विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम सकल वसुधा निज कुटुंब की भावना संस्कृति सनातन आधुनिक शिक्षा पुरातन ज्ञान धारा हो प्रसंगम
देश के स्वाधीनता हित भूमिका शत कोटि वंदन
निष्ठक सत्यम के मंगल ये भावों का समागम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
भव्य महाविद्यालयों के परिसरों से चिर सुशोभित श्रेष्ठ गुरुजन कर रहे नित्य छात्र और छात्राएं दीक्षित
सदचरित्र चार पावन साधना संकल्प संयम
नवल वैश्विक चेतना नव क्रांति संस्कारों का उद्गम जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
Thank you, Ms. Ritam. I now invite Dr. Vadraj, the convener of the enabling unit, to introduce the unit, this event, and the resource persons. Please. Dr. Vadraj.
Yeah, good evening, one and all gathered here. My dear esteemed colleagues, my dear friends, and students and teachers from other universities, major the software developers, Zendalona team. I'm really happy to be here and invite you all for this event. When I heard this news long back through my friend who is working in the Indian Bank, Mr. Pandya, who introduced me to this particular software, I was thrilled because the one good advantage which I saw over this software is this. You need not learn many languages because India is a land of multiple languages and multiple cultures. In this eclectic nature, in this plurality, of course, plural cultures and languages, it's better to learn this, of course, these 6 dots and the connecting interface, which is developed by the Zendalona team, Honorable K. Satish Seelamji, who has developed this. And so it's a wonderful interface where we need not learn many languages. Wherever, suppose if I'm or to type in Hindi or in Tamil, I don't need to learn the keyboard, particular keyboard, the layout, etc. It will be a difficult thing to look for it, to learn and to train. Instead, you learn these things and you simply switch the language and type in the 6 letters, and automatically the language is there for you. It's a kind of an easy, a spoon feeding thing, which has been really a very good development. So I thought, let me at least introduce this. Where I'm working in the region of Delhi, NCR, and other parts of India where people can make use of this best gift. And it will be a good source of inspiration and motivation for the Zendalona team to develop further and go further and look for other gadgets and technical softwares which will be useful for both visually impaired and other differently able communities. So with this note, an enabling unit, of course, we have been trying to promote these kind of things, encourage, and also we are trying to create a kind of a or propagate certain things before with the notion we have been involving in kind of activities such as like this and other things, advocacy oriented things or software oriented sensitization and other things also we are trying to focus. So with this a brief note, I don't want to delay because we are also eagerly waiting for the demo. I thank one and all again, all of you are gathered here for this wonderful demo session of this Sharada-Braille-Writer. We'll all enjoy this. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vadraj. I now invite Mr. Mukundan to kindly inform us about Zendalona.
Camera. Hi,
good evening. My name is Mukundan. I am part of the Zendalona team. I want to just give a quick background about myself. I'm actually a mechanical engineer, but after a brief around 3-4 years in ISRO, I ended up in Infosys, spent more than or close to 20 years there, and finally kind of joined Zendalona almost 2 years back to help with the whatever software solutions that is being done there, right? I will briefly take you over the journey which has happened in Zendalona over the many years. Whoever is cited can see Satish in the video here. He is actually the inspiration and the founder for Zendalona. He lost his sight when he was 10 years old. He's almost 63 now. So he has been kind of trying to challenge the loss of eyesight for the last 53 years or so, and he has been extraordinarily successful in those things, in my view. Simple reason is from an academic perspective, he did extremely well. He scored ranks from the university wherever he went and cleared. He is, I think, some of you may know him as a outstanding chess player, etc. But more important is he has been always trying to figure out a solution to all the. He has been trying to figure out a solution for the visually impaired consistently over the last 50+ years or so. Now, coincidentally, what happened is more than 16-17 years back, his son Nalin, who is also in this call, he started writing code or software for him in his high school itself. That is how the story all started around 2008-9 kind of time. Initially, obviously, it was a little slow to start, but then over the next 2 to 3 years, things started rolling. And Coincidentally, the Google Summer of Code also came in, where Google sponsors students for internship, and also he got into that and started creating software. Now, if you want to categorize the kind of solutions what Zendalona is creating, I would rather put it in 3 layers, if I want to call it that way. The bottom layer, which I would call is more educational related, is all reading and writing related one, right? The first one is, I would say, Sharada-Braille-Writer, which, as Dr. Varadarajan said, is more a 6-key normal keyboard, FDS and JKL keys. And if you have done any Braille learning or a type on Braille, it's exactly that way. It behaves exactly that way. So you don't have to learn anything new. Now, this replica of this Sharada-Braille-Writer, you can actually, you have it in the Android phones also, which is called ABK, Advanced Braille Keyboard. You can actually place your 6 fingers, other than your thumb and little small finger, you can place your 6 fingers, hold the phone with the what you call a display facing outwards, not yourself facing outwards. And then the 6 fingers touching the screen will become 6 dots, and then you can start typing, right? So you can do that way, you can hold it other way, you can keep it in a table, you can connect a Bluetooth keyboard, all those things, and you can start typing. So these are 2 writing tools which are available. Now, the next one which comes along with this is something we call as OCR system, which is both available in Linux and Windows now, where you can scan any hard copy, any textbook, any what you call printed stuff, and then it will immediately give you a text version which is being can read out. It can be, it's available in more than 50 languages. I mean, it can be close to 100, but we conservatively say that it's around 50 languages or so. In addition to that, some of the textbooks, or most of the textbooks which are printed in Kerala today, including different languages, we actually translate from the Unicode form of the characters which you get in a digital file, and convert that into a Braille format, so that the Braille printer can print it directly. It may not be feasible for all of us in the call, but if you have access to a Braille printer, if you have a document, you can use one click and you can convert that into a Braille format, and then that can be printed then and there itself. So this is a layer I would call read and write kind of layer, where anybody who cannot see doesn't have any restrictions to either communicate, read, write emails, and type in WhatsApp, whatever it may be, right? And either in computer or in a mobile phone. And I'm specifically talking about Android phone. iOS, we still don't have a specific solution, but Android and laptops and desktops. Now, the next layer I would put is more from the learning perspective. Learning can be a few things. It can be simple typing itself, text type kind of thing. It can be mathematics learning. It can be for small children, right? So primary schools, all those things. You have what we call maths tutor kind of thing, where children can run their class, more simple questions. What is 3 plus 4? What is 15 plus 29? All those kind of things. And bigger, I mean, more complicated ones, addition, subtraction, division, all those kind of things, right? So that is a kind of layer where you can do the basic kind of learnings. Along with that, one of the key things we did, we kind of launched was in March this year, like 3 months back, where you actually have a map. So all of visually impaired people will know it's very hard for to use Google Map. So what we did was we actually took so there's something called OSM, open source map. We took those map and then customized for visually impaired people. So you can actually use keyboard and arrow keys to search, navigate. So if you go towards right, it will say I'm moving to the right, across the border from Maharashtra, it has moved into the next state, then it will announce the city, you can zoom in, it will announce you various things, including the area, the population, all those kind of stuff. So so the map learning, you can go to any part of the world, you can go to Europe, you can go to America, you go to South America, Australia, everywhere you can go, and you can use your arrow keys and zoom in, zoom out to see everything around. You get into the sea, it will say you're across the border, you're got into sea, all those kind of stuff. Now that is the learning part. Now the one piece which we generally found missing in from any solution providers for visually impaired is the entertainment part, where if you want to spend some time with your family, friends, either within the same room or remotely, we didn't find many solutions. Chess has a little bit of help for the visually impaired, but not many other games. Right? So we created games especially for visually impaired. The simple games, it's a card game, Bluff. You can go to our website, zendalona.com, and you'll find accessible Bluff. You can just log in, create a room, say 4 people, 5 people are the number of players, and then you join the room. Others can give out the same room name and then join and start playing. So a card game, and then you have snakes and ladders, and there are a few more games which are there. Right? Now, if I want to go back again, we actually are a charitable society. We are not a formal organization. We don't work for profit. Actually, it is our difficulty also in some ways, because we need to pay for the developers and marketing people. So that is a challenge where we are trying to make some money with the Windows version. So we started around 2008-9. It was completely free and open source, almost everything. And even today, any product of Zendalona, you will get free and if you are using the Linux versions. If you download the operating system called Accessible Coconut, it is freely available in source 4. If you go and download that, you will get all the softwares what I talked about packaged in that itself. And once you install, you can start using it from day one. So there is no money involved at all. But then we also realized there are a lot of people who are using Windows as the operating system. So we started in the last year onward, we started porting a lot of this into Windows. And Sharada-Braille-Writer is something which we released in May. There is the OCR system which is coming in July. And then there are a lot of other tools which are also coming in the next few months. So I will pause now and I will hand it over to Satish Sheelan. He is going to demonstrate Sharada-Braille-Writer. He is, as I said, he's a visually impaired person, so he will be presenting and he will be also talking. Those who are on the call, you will actually see 3 screens. Sorry, you are sighted, you can see 3 screens there. One is a screen he's going to type on, the Sharada-Braille-Writer. The other one is the keyboard where he's using the 6 keys to type. So you'll see that he's using 6 keys to type this. The third key is obviously Satish Sheelan himself to ensure that you see the person in a video so that you can appreciate that. So over to you, Satish Sheelan, please.
Okay. Thank you, Mukundan. I'm audible, I think, no?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay, thank you, everyone, professors and my teachers. My good friends, it's a nice opportunity to be in front of you. I am myself Satish Sheelan. Actually, I lost my sight at the age of 10, and later I had my education, and at the moment I retired as a headmaster from a government school for the visually challenged, and now I am working as a lecturer in diploma in special education. Palakkad district, it is under RCI and National Institute NIEPVD. Now I'm working for that team. Of course, along with these my official work, I have been very much interested in because primarily when I lost my sight, I was in a dilemma. I want to read, and the first primary loss we all know when we lose our sight. We cannot read and we cannot write. Illiteracy is the greatest challenge in front of us. And it was the first address I had to address in my life also. We have Braille, of course, but it is a private thing like that. Okay, but how to change these things into our advantage was my inquiry, our inquiry. And then Nalin, my son, who had his master's degree in computer science from Calicut University. He joined me in my effort, and earlier itself he was with me. Okay, that much about my background. Of course, before moving into this session, we must remember one person who is behind all these scenes. That's Louis Braille. He was born in, as we all know, he was born in France, and he lost his sight at 3 years, like that. And later, he developed it. Definitely, it was a story of a sad story behind it. He developed Braille when he was 20 or 25. And he was propagating it, and all the visually challenged person found it very nice, and they were using it with him for its convenience. But the sad side of the story is that it was not accepted by the sighted community, the government, and the society. Only after his death in 1852, it was approved only in 1854. There lies the importance of SBW, I think, Sharada-Braille-Writer, because once the Braille was denied the opportunity, Braille was denied the opportunity to present before the as a writing medium for the visually challenged, simply because of the impressionist. Impressionist means they simply said the Braille is not nice to see, it's not nice to look, it is very ugly to see, and like that it was ridiculed like that. Okay, but same pattern is back here to produce the letters in all the languages of the world. And I appreciate Liblu's team also. You see, Liblu's library is helping with us, and also we have our own built-in engine. Built-in engine also is with us. Okay, let us move on. That is about the background. So it's a reverse contribution. That's what the sentence I prefer. It's a reverse contribution from the visually challenged community. Okay, very often I think we have been always the visually challenged community have always been the donee, and the subject community was the donor, like that relation. It is time. It is high time we change this. We changed the scenario, and we should contribute in a reverse way. So as a first step, we can see this SBW is a reverse contribution from the visually challenged. It is free of cost in Linux, and in Windows we have done it to support our effort, Zendalona support for the further development of different kinds of intervention in the visual challenges to overcome the visual challenge. Okay, now that much about here. I will introduce only 6 keys we have here. We are using FDS and JKL in a this Brailler like Perkins-Braille like way. And the first primary thing is even without, as Rajan sir was telling here, even without knowledge of any keyboard, if you know only the Braille knowledge, if you have the Braille knowledge, you can start writing. You can enter the world of computers and information technology. Many of my experience is that when I just showed this thing to many of my friends and many visually challenged, they were so happy. They can write their names for the first time just using their Braille knowledge. It was it's a stunning experience for me. The happiness they have shown. Okay, let us move into. Okay, let us move into. Okay. Okay, Sharada-Braille-Writer, I'm going to enter. Sharada-Braille-Writer is here, and you can see my fingers, FDS and JKL. Of course, we are using some other keys also, but that can also be transported to this FDS and JKL, but it will be unnecessary. That's how we have remained some keys, of course, there. And very often, I wonder why we can't teach everybody Braille and reduce the whole keyboard into 6 or 10 like that keyboards. Then it will be a great contribution in the name of pollution, plastic pollution, and in all way it will be a grand transformation if it is possible at all. Okay, anyhow, so we have FDS and JKL, and I'm going to type as you know. I'm okay. Now I'm typing. Type.
We can't hear that sound from the screen reader, NVIDIA.
What done?
that screen reader audio is not audible.
Okay, very fast. Now I'll show you the same thing. As we all know, Braille is phonetic and the same pattern is used for all the languages. No. Now I have turned into Hindi. I am writing Hindi.
Sorry, it's not audible. Hello.
लिखने में
Hello. It's
audible,
not audible.
not audible. Eh?
Not audible. Not audible.
Then what can we do? हिंदी लिखने में
Oh, wait.
uh,
Something wrong.
of course the sound is here.
But it's not coming through the.
What can we do?
I think you can share the audio from the computer itself. From that Google Meet, you have to share the audio.
We are able to hear. We are able to hear.
No. I mean the computer audio.
Hindi. When I write Hindi is not spoken.
No.
No, it's not. It's not coming.
The screen reader is not audible.
Yeah. That if I just switch on the
you can simply share the audio of the computer. See the
through.
Join through computer audio, sir, if it is possible.
No, it won't go back now. Okay, anyhow, just let us continue. That we will he's coming, of course. Okay, now I am writing in Hindi. Hindi. Are they okay? You try.
Actually, we are sharing through the computer audio.
So your voice is not audible. Are you speaking?
No, they're trying to fix the sound.
They're trying to troubleshoot.
1 minute. Echo വന്നോട്ടെ. Okay.
അത് നടക്കില്ല
Anything?
Okay.
Shall we continue?
Just wait. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yes, yes, you can go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, you can go ahead, sir.
Huh? Shall we continue?
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
hear
Yeah,
me?
please, please.
Mudan?
Yes,
You
yes.
can go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I have just F5 I pressed. Of course, to change the languages, we should F1, F2, F3. That keys are used here. Okay. We somehow lost some continuation. Anyhow. Okay, that is for now. I am pressing F. Tamil. Tamil. I can write Tamil. Okay, if I just press F7, it will be Tamil. Sorry, Kannada. Okay, F8 it is Arabic.
Limit code for mathematics.
Limit code is available. Sanskrit is available.
English US grade 3.
Okay, of course, grade 3 English is available. For example, if we just did that 45.45, that is J and K, and simply press A. Appear. Like that, all these languages are possible through this F1, F2, F3, and if we want to change the other languages, if we want some other languages, we can just directly go to preferences and take LibLouis page and change the languages there. Okay, now you can hear the this NVIDIA sound more than
Yes, yes, we can.
when I am writing.
Yes.
Okay.
Marathi grade 1.
Okay, it is Marathi.
Hindi mer.
Actually, I don't know Marathi actually.
Hindi mer. Hindika.
Hindi.
Hindika.
I like that.
Marathi grade 1. English US grade 2.
Grade 2.
Malayalam grade 1.
Okay, Malayalam. You see?
Malayalam. Double quote. Limit
So
exceeded.
fast, Malayalam, we have contractions. Okay, now I will show you.
English US grade 2. Limit exceeded.
We have
Limit
all the
exceeded.
contractions available here.
Double quote. Father.
Dot 5 F for
Limit
father.
exceeded. Double quote. Limit exceeded.
Okay,
New line.
like that we have all the contractions and abbreviations available. Good. GD.
Go hot. Good.
Good. It has come good. Station.
Still. Station. Station.
So it is due to a great blessing of this availability of so much of contractions and this abbreviations. Braille is blessed with. We can write very fast, better than any other normal editor we can write. Okay, next feature I will show you will be a very interesting thing that we want to know. That is we have an abbreviation editor here. Okay, that I will.
Control Atticativum.
Okay, I will remove all the.
Control and read select all. Control Atticativum. Edit selected blank unselected.
Okay. Now we have an abbreviation editor that will be very interesting. I think it will be a wonderful feature of SBW that we can create any shorthand for us. For example, I will simply switch on Alt Shift M.
SBW user abbreviation manager window.
Okay.
Preview. To add button enter.
Okay, now I add the button. Alt Shift M is the key for abbreviation editor start. Okay, then I just enter add.
English US grade 2 entries with appropriate data
Okay,
abbreviation.
now I just press
Grade A.
Hindi. Now I am writing expansion. That is Hamara Desh Bharat. Ha. The. Bha. Okay.
Expansion edit line.
Now I'm writing hamare expansion. I'm going to write. So okay.
Add button and warning. Dialog expansion. Yes button enter. SBW user abbreviation manager window. Add button enter.
Okay.
Export button and close button.
Now I close that window and I'm going to write ha.
HD.
Sorry, Hindi.
Hindi grade HD.
Ha the bha. Now I press when I press A. Okay, it is expanded like that. So if we create this in any language, it is possible. That is the most important thing. We can abbreviate, for example, TN, Tamil Nadu, or anything. We can even a paragraph we can contract, abbreviate like this, and simply by pressing after writing that pattern, simply press A in the normal keyboard, then we will get the expansion, and we can go on writing like that. So it is a great advantage of the better than any other editor. It is possible. Now let us move to some other features of SBW. That is a file manager. We have got the file.
New control application.
Okay, new file we start. Alt F is the key for taking file. And we have in the file menu, we have a
open control application.
Open.
Save control. Save as control application. Cube undo control application.
Next in the edit field, undo.
Redo control. Select all control.
Select all.
Cut control. Copy and paste. Delete.
Delete.
Go to line control.
Go to line. We can go to any line by pressing Control L.
Find control application.
Control find. We can go to any word by using the find. This menu.
Find and replace control.
Okay, find and replace. We can replace all the text in that also is provided with this thing.
Liblu is collapsed.
Okay, next Liblu is
Africa English window. Norwegian Swedish grade manage user abbreviations.
Okay, manage abbreviation editor is in the file menu.
Say line number.
Say line number. About. There is a user guide here. You can go to that user guide and see all these things in an HTML format, and we can take all these things. Okay. Now.
Edit HD.
Okay. Now we have. I will introduce definitely the preferences. We have preferences for SBW. That is
SBW preferences window. General tab control.
Okay.
SBW preferences window. General tab control.
Okay. General tab. If we go to the, it has 4 pages. We have got 4 pages. That is
default table type combo box.
Okay.
Is down. Speech checkbox checked.
Speech.
Sentence checkbox checked. Line checkbox not checked. Auto new line checkbox.
Okay. So we have an auto new line feature is here because
limit spin button.
Okay. You see, if it is checked, usually what happens with a visually impaired person is he may go on writing and writing, and second line will be shorter, first line will be greater. So if we check the auto line feature, it will after 100 characters. How many characters we want? We can fix it with the
font combo box MS limit spin button.
Okay, spin button. There is a spin button, and we can fix it here like 100 or 200 like that. Okay, that feature is especially beneficial for the visually impaired person.
Font combo box.
Okay, now we have a font. We can improve the size of the font and change the font also. For in Malayalam, for example, usually all the people are using Rajana font in Malayalam, but if it is not coming here, we can change it to different font.
Theme combo box.
Okay, theme, again, theme, we can change the color, background, and for example,
white on black.
White on black.
Green on black. Yellow on black. Sky blue.
I think you can hear it.
Sharp green.
Sharp green.
Broad yellow.
Okay, like that.
Green on white on black. Enabled checkbox not checked.
Okay.
One hand conversion. Apply button. Restore button. And close button. Enter.
Okay, we have all these.
General tab control.
Okay, general tab.
Liblu's languages
okay,
tab.
Next one is Liblu's page. In the Liblu's page, we can change any language to any other thing. And I think,
Button enter. Restore close but table on the combo box English UA grade and down.
okay, table 1 is, okay, now it is English. Now I want to change it to some other language. You see?
English USR, English English US NAMC, Esperanto, Esperanto, Estonian, Ethiopic Braille, Finnish Braille.
Okay.
Finish it dot Braille.
Okay, finish it to dot Braille, 8 dot Braille. I want
table and the combo table moon
think you can go a little bit
English
slowly.
grade table and the
Present a little bit slowly. I think you're going too quickly.
Oh, I'm a bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
So few more points. Let me add one or 2 points that you missed. The auto new line feature will work in a way that it will, whenever you exceed the line limit, it will make some sound and warn you that you're already that limit is exceeded and you have to type a new line. And that's one thing. Then the second option, the theme is for low vision, and yellow and black and many varieties are there. Around 10 themes are there. And the third point is the font. Font is we have to set the font for Indian languages, as you know. The foreign fonts are not good in rendering the Indian languages. Then the other option is font size and things. That's better when you're taking a class or a lecture, and you're connecting to a projector and showing to the direct note to the kids or the students. So these are some points. Yes. Please continue.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, because I was concerned about the audience, and as I'm not usually I want the feedback actually. So anyhow, thank you for your feedback. Okay, now I applied. Okay. Now if I press okay. If I press F1, now it is language is changed. So we can change it to any other available languages using LibLouis page. Okay, now let's go back again. Okay, we have gone back to preferences by pressing Ctrl P.
Restore button enter, apply button enter, restore close button enter, table on the top. Table and the combo table.
Okay.
Restore button, apply button, LibLouis language.
Okay, LibLouis page, we are by pressing right arrow. Built-in language page, that built-in page, it was all designed by the Zendalona team itself, not without depending upon LibLouis table. So that we don't need now, because LibLouis table has advanced a lot. And we ourselves, Zendalona has intervened in 2 GSOC program in developing LibLouis library. And there is a LibLouis editor is developed by Zendalona, of course. Now, okay, and now we have the key binding page. We can change the keys in this area to any other keys. For example, okay, Braille dot 1 is F. No, sometimes F is not working in my keyboard. Then we can change it. Simply press R or any other key that will be used for key 1. Okay, Braille dot 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have got Braille dot 7 and 8 also is provided with Sharada-Braille-Writer, because many languages like Japanese or Cambodian, they have more than 60, because we can create only 63 combinations. No. So they have more than 63, so they can use the 7 and 8 key also in this using this tool. Okay, abbreviation editor A. Okay, sometimes we may doubt how we can change it into capital letter. That's G is helpful for this changing into capital. Okay. Okay, that I will tell you. If we want to delete the last letter, we can simply use it H for that. Okay.
One hand skip edit selected.
Okay.
List switcher edit selected.
Okay, we have a list switcher because many languages has some ordinary swara in between words. Then we can simply press I, and if we write, it will be the normal letter will be fixed there. So that's
Space edit selected. Space unselected.
okay. Space.
New line and edit selected.
New line N. If we press N, it will be on the new line.
Unselected.
Okay, we have another feature F12. F12 is provided for changing Sharada-Braille-Writer into a normal keyboard. So that we can use different layout in the using. It will become a normal keyboard. Okay.
Built-in selection. Language on edit selected. Language.
Okay. Okay.
Sharada-Braille-Writer window.
So that much about preference. I have shown the file menu, and we have gone through the abbreviation editor, and we have in detail we have seen how we can create a abbreviation in any language. Okay, now I think yes, one more feature. If I want to delete a word, for example,
English US rate 2. Harder. I.
Okay, I wrote a can, but if I want to remove the last word G and H in between F, D, F and J, if I press
Can delete it.
can, it will be deleted. So we don't want to move our hand to any other area. So that visually challenged person, many of them I have seen from my experience, they have some problem with hand coordination also. So using a large 51, more than 60 or 70 keys, we can control, compress everything into that 6 key mode. And I think I have covered most of the features so far.
Okay. Can
Okay.
I add two
Yes.
more features? See, one thing is that at the same time, we can use multiple tabs, just like how we do in Firefox and Chrome. So multi-tab facility is that, suppose one is writing a story, and suddenly he got some other point, and then he can open another tab, and there he can write. Okay,
Alt one,
and
alt
that yeah.
alt one,
He will
and alt
simply press
double.
Control N for new tab, and it will be opened. And there, the language might be different, and they can switch between the tabs using the Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, etc. So the interesting thing is that in the second tab you might be setting different language, maybe your mother tongue, and in the first tab you might be writing an English story. Okay, so that's supported, and the same thing applies for the theme and auto new line, auto capitalized sentence, or auto capitalized line, etc. And one more interesting point is that why we are doing the reassigning, why we introduce the reassigning interface, key binding reassigning interface is very simple. Some users might would like to prefer the 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6 for their comfort. Okay, so if that's a situation, they can simply reassign. And another one is that the toggle mode. As Satyan said, that one can press F12 to toggle between normal keyboard and Braille keyboard. So that might be useful when we are typing in English and you want to type in a native language in Braille itself, but English in a normal keyboard. Okay, thanks.
And one more, if we want to teach somebody Braille patterns, we have got a Unicode Braille also in the list. If we change our language into Unicode Braille, it will be 6 key patterns will be coming on the screen. and we can easily simply introduce braille patterns to any sighted person very simply, very easily. No? So this much about. I was a bit fast. I think I was. Uh, and no, I was not getting feedback much, so that I can control myself. It was okay. Anyhow, I think the relevance of Sharada-Braille-Writer and the reverse contribution from a great innovation of Louis Braille is, I think, I was successful in communicating with you, I think. So you can now you can ask some question or some feedback maybe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Satyaseelan and Mr. Mukundan and Mr. Nalin for this elaborate tutorial on SBW. And I mean, for the sake of simplicity, if I could call it SBW, and other software applications. We now open the house for any queries or comments, any interventions that there might be. Please, I request you to keep your interventions brief so that we can accommodate as many as possible.
Okay, I think you are asking about our innovations. A brief.
No. This
If,
question
if
answer. Questions. So.
Question.
no, but if you would like to elaborate on that, please do so.
Okay, no. If anybody has anything to,
Let's close this first.
let us have some time, huh? Because we have been lecturing for some time, so it will be nice if somebody asks and.
Yeah, I have one question to ask actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, in the starting, Mukundan sir told that you people have this application is actually works on the Coconut Linux, right? So I just want to know, is this some separate Linux OS you people have developed? Otherwise, it's a Ubuntu that is widely used. So why not on Ubuntu compatible? Like
No,
I think I should answer. See, this Sharada-Braille-Writer is available for GNU Linux platform, so that you can install it in any Linux. Accessible Coconut is basically an operating system created by ourselves. At the same time, it's a customized version of Ubuntu.
Okay.
So you can install it on any Linux, and the source code is also available. So you can compile it for Fedora, Red Hat, or whatever Linux, or even the BOS operating system.
it is available in sourceforge.net, no?
Okay.
Yes.
Sharada for Linux. But most
Right.
of the people are using Windows, so they also want to have the chance.
That's why we showed with the Windows with NVIDIA.
Yeah, we have shown it with the NVIDIA. Any other question?
Sir, I have a query.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that we have this Orbit reader, which is again a gadget which is used to, especially for reading Braille, 20 cells and 40 cells, and we can read. And with the help of this Duxbury, we can convert the Orbit text which I've typed in the Orbit reader and convert it into a normal Word format or accessible Word format, or maybe the soft copy. Now, in this sense, if we suppose I have to edit a document, I have a document in my regional language, maybe Tamil or Hindi, and I have a document, I have to do the editing part.
Yeah.
There are some mistakes in the document, which is document, let's imagine it's for 50 pages. So I have to have this, and so can I paste this in the Sharada-Writer, and then can I do the editing, or how should I do that?
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
you can.
We can do paste and cut, copy, paste, and all the facilities are here. And if you want to make it a doc file, you can just type it here and copy it and paste.
No, because my query is that basically when we start the writer, it will be in a different form, different layout, right? but the
Got it.
document which I'm going to paste is of a different language. So how will it adapt itself, or it will automatically convert, or we have to change it accordingly?
See, we are working with. I assume that both are in Unicode. If you're using the
Yeah, yeah,
Word
yeah,
or
yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
LibreOffice,
sir.
then
Yes.
it's in Unicode. You
Yeah.
can copy, paste it here, and that after typing or doing all the editing, you can copy back and paste there. But you have to make sure that that formatting remains same. So I think Word supports such facility using uh, paste
So
formatted or
when I
that
copy the
system.
text, the source text, for example, the source text is in Tamil, I am pasting
Mm,
it in the Sharada-Writer. Then
mm.
naturally the writer will immediately switch over to Tamil by default, or it will.
No, we have to press. Yeah,
That's it.
You see,
we
Okay,
have
okay.
to. You
you
have
see
to press
F5,
F1.
F6.
F.
If you press F6, it will be Tamil.
Yes.
Then you can edit. And if it is F7, it's Kannada. F5 Hindi. We can simply have to press change the language by pressing the required. That's all. If it is F4, it is Malayalam, grade 2. And if we have any other language has contractions, Tamil grade 2 is available, I think. It can be exported to Sharada-Braille-Writer. Hindi also has, so far as I know, it has grade 2 Braille, Hindi. Nowhere I have seen it is used, but in Sharada-Braille-Writer, if we align it with Sharada-Braille-Writer, we can simply type very fast. I had gone through some Hindi grade 2 Braille, but in writing I have not seen anywhere. So I simply did not promote it further. But in Sharada Braille-Writer, actually, in Kerala, Sharada Braille-Writer was taken by, initiated by the SCRT of Kerala, and they have promoted it in Linux versions. Okay, if I
The government of Kerala.
Sir,
government of
one last question from my side. This is exclusively to Nalin, sir. The thing is that what motivated you to develop this software in sense for your father? There are other options in terms of, see, for example, that Dragon natural speaking software is there where we can, people used to dictate and it will write. So, and other versions are also different types of transcription softwares are also. Why particularly you thought of focusing on Braille and the interface? Because the Braille itself is a kind of a thing which is slowly moving towards extinction because of various things, various reasons. Though we're thinking of adopting the thing or maybe enhancing the Braille in a different way altogether. But at the same time, Braille is also losing its credibility, which it had a long back. Now it's not having that much because of its voluminous, the space, the space which occupies, and etc. etc. So with these things, what motivated Nalin sir to develop particularly an interface which will connect Braille and the normal Windows or Linux? What motivated you to do so?
So that's an interesting question. I don't think
interest.
we can initially answer that. So we basically started developing this Sharada-Braille-Writer around 10 years back, and at that time we were providing only for GNU Linux platform, and yeah, at that time there is no voice typing, and if this voice typing, the writing is different from spelling. You know that it's really different. Mm. And that is one thing. Second thing is that most of the voice dictation thing, when we are into real typing something real, I mean, if you have a letter to type and it's some kind of serious letter, then we should be really aware of the comma, full stop, and every punctuations and everything. So in such situations, I don't think the voice typing is still also in a better position. Uh, uh, then another thing is that this why we develop in this way is that we are instead of someone said about the orbit thing, because see, we develop in computer itself or the phone itself instead of making separate device like a daisy player, angel player, I mean, then the orbit reader. So the thing is that this we believe that everything should be inclusive, and I think all of you know about what is inclusive in this field. So that's why we are into. So we don't want to take away the visually impaired persons to some other platform, and yeah,
So
that's it.
one more voice typing in a noisy situation. For example, we are taking
Classroom.
running notes in a lecture class. It is not at all. I think it's not possible. So that if we have one advanced braille keyboard and phone, and with a physical keyboard or a Bluetooth keyboard or on screen typing itself, it is a totally different approach. And again, writing is writing. We cannot depend upon voice for writing a serious thing, as Nalin was telling. And actually, another point is we want to regenerate brain. And braille was becoming obsolete, for it is very costly. It is as you were telling, uh, it is bulky and like that. But it was a new life for braille. In Kerala, after CRT introduced the 6 key mode for in Linux, most of the visually challenged persons were using this. They were studying braille, grade 2 braille, and they were asking like that. It was a new birth for braille. That's what I think. After all, 6 keys we require, and again coordination problem, hand coordination problem is for, especially for Indian languages. You see, we have got 51 characters and more than many other shift key and like that. So it is very simple.
Okay, one
So
more thing. Uh, One more thing is that the extension of Braille is happening simply because of its hiring. I mean, the degree of that extinction is higher in India. I think simply because of most of the tables, libellus tables, and the Braille tables are not properly prepared, or see, still also in many of the Braille presses, they are doing the stereotyping. They are typing the one-sighted person who needs to know the Braille, and at the same time the uh, that language itself, and he had to look into that page and type the equivalent Braille. So we recently developed a application that will we just providing it as a service right now, that will easily translate one book into Braille Unicode or BRF format, so that it can be easily printed. And that type conversion needs around 5 or 10 minutes to do the complete conversion. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if we look into the situation of where our Hindi grade 1 or all of our Braille tables are, then I think that it still needs to be updated, and that's the one thing that put us behind the. I mean, in other countries, foreign countries, they move along with the technology.
And Braille display has played a great role in reviving Braille in foreign countries. As the books are bulky, but Braille, this orbit reader like instruments, it is a wonderful tool for reviving Braille. You see, it's a beautiful experience. And also, you see, while taking a class in a lecture class, Braille is the only viable thing. We cannot depend upon a voice typing or something like that in a lecture class. So Braille we cannot, it's my opinion. We can have different opinions. We cannot ignore Braille as such, as we are touch people. We base our life on touch. So that much. Okay, I think we have exposed too much, I think. We have explained
Yeah.
long.
Okay.
Okay, sir. I think you are
Sir, one more question.
okay.
Mhm.
Is there possible? Is there initiative going on to bring SBW into the Windows?
Yes, now it is in Windows.
Oh, it is
We
in
showed
Windows.
it in Windows.
What I have
Yeah,
shown
it's
is
in
in Windows only. NVIDIA supported.
JAWS also.
But
JAWS
he
all.
used Linux or
No, we have been
Right
developing
now he is using
the demo?
Windows.
Oh,
He
the
demonstrated using Windows
demo was in
with
Windows.
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA.
so is this
And this the voice is he speak. I agree. Because no other TTS can easily read the you know that.
so is this what is the cost of this software? Is it free of
Mukundan?
cost?
It's
What
a
is the
three.
cost of this input?
It's 3,024 rupees in Windows Store, sir. You can go to Microsoft Windows Store. You can download it from there.
But for
It's a
GNU
one-time
Linux, it's free and open source.
one-time
Free.
purchase.
One-time
Yeah.
purchase. Straightforward.
Yes.
Yeah. One time.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay, I think we can show some of our developments in some other session. I think. Vardarajan, what do you think? It's now tiresome. I think.
Session where we'll have a different set of audience and we can introduce the other products and other developments in a
Okay.
different session altogether. Yes.
Okay.
Now Anuj will take over and proceed further. Thank you.
Okay, one more thing.
Thank you.
1 minute, 1 minute. We have the Android version of Sharada-Braille-Writer is advanced Braille keyboard. Then you can go and see advanced Braille keyboard, YouTube video you can see. We can use a normal physical keyboard with a OTG cable and a Bluetooth keyboard. And again, we can right away use our screen itself as 6 dots comes up. And it is very simple and it is available in Play Store. That demonstration also we can have in a other session.
It cost around 350 rupees.
Yes,
Lifetime purchase.
350 rupees. These are all for the non-profit charitable work we are undergoing. We have developed. We have 10 developers working, and so far we have been doing all these things in Linux, free software. But now it is we have no other choice, so it will be a contribution from your side also. Okay.
That is one of the reasons we organized it to popularize and also to help the developers in such a way that people will buy and contribute. So it will be both side beneficial for the developers and also the users.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks.
So let
Please,
us
Anuj.
finish it, no, today?
No,
Yeah, Anuj will finish it
someone else.
officially. Yeah.
Okay.
Mohan?
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks everyone for your crucial interventions. Now I request Dr. Sandeep Kumar to please deliver the formal vote of thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Anuj. A very good evening to one and all present here. Honorable guest speaker, Mr. K. Satyaselan, founder Zendalona, Mukundan Annamalai, Nalinji, my fellow colleagues, and all the participants. I extend my heartiest gratitude to our guest speaker, who has taken time out of their busy schedule to introduce us, educate us with Sharada-Braille-Writer, a revolutionary invention that can really help and change the way visually impaired person can interact, learn, and publish. I'm sure that the participants have benefited from today's session and would be exploring this application in future. It will surely benefit the end user as well as the developers through a two-way feedback. And sir, the idea given by you using those 6 keys in place of whole keyboard, I think can really help reducing e-waste to some extent if it is really feasible. A special thanks to our principal sir, Professor Arun Kumar Atri, for being the everlasting guidance to every student and providing all necessary support to make this session a success. At last, I would like to express my acknowledgement to all the esteemed participants, faculty members, organizing team, volunteers of this session for their presence and contribution to make this session a great success. I'm sure that we all have learned something new from this fruitful session. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. Now I request Ms. Ritam to kindly play the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ तड़वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल धाम जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, Mr. Uttam. Thank you, everyone. We now come to the conclusion of this event. I again thank our resource persons for making the time for this event. And I thank everyone for joining us. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you.
We will close the meeting.